Hey, I'm Fish. Thank you for that DM. I'm going to help the person out and maybe help you out if you're looking to get a 12-volt fan, make it run off of solar, and double the capacity of the battery to run all day and all night at a higher speed, meaning the speed that the fan can go up to. So I'm going to show you in detail, but I'm not going to show you the physical soldering and things like that. But I will talk you through it and how to get you going. It is suggested and recommended that you have a soldering gun, solder, so you can solder your leads and then just to twist them together. Twisting together will work, but it won't hold strong. Soldering is a better point. This is a fan. It's 12 volts. It runs off of a power supply that is 13 volts, a 12-volt system. You do not get a cigarette adapter like so for the fan, but it is an option. And if you have a solar panel that has this specific plug, then you could run it on solar power of the battery that's installed here. These are JST plugs, male and female. This is what I use, of course, with a DIN cable that I already had, stuff that I got in my kit. I have a LifePo 4 battery, which I am going to use to run off the fan, extended runtime. I have a power station as well, and I have a 12-volt solar panel at demonstration that is upstairs. So all the preliminaries are out of the way. So what we're going to do is open this up and show you how to extend the battery. You have 5 screws to take off. On here, there's a little tab that's going to be held together. So all you do is just grab it, and the battery is on the top piece. When you turn it around, you see the battery here. I've taken the leads. I could disconnect them. I could tap into the leads, red for red, black for black. When I'm all done, I close up. These are 18650 batteries. You have 6 of them. It's a 10,400 milliamp. You can extend the battery by running your cable, pulling out this tab, and running your lead through, soldering up. You're simply going to place back on and close up. You could take the screws out, put the screws back in any way you want, and take the little rubber piece that goes around the USB. Take the USB plug, put it inside so you don't lose it. In case you want to take everything apart, put it back together again. I'm going to plug this into the outlet, turn it on. I'm going to take this cable and put a voltmeter to it. AC, DC. We want DC. We're going to take the positive, put it into the center, and we're going to touch the negative. We get 13.77 of the power supply. I grabbed the cable, I ran this to the solar panel that's up on the roof. I'm going to put it in the center, and I'm going to touch the leads, and I get 22.46 volts. When I plug this into the fan, it's going to regulate down to the 12 volts that is needed to run the fan. I want to show you one thing when you turn the fan on. You see 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100%. The light's always going to stay on. They're not going to shut off when they're fully charged. So we're going to plug this in. If you reverse the plug-in, you're not going to get lights. So you want to make sure you don't have a negative 12 on there. We are now charging. The right angle, if I plug in, it charges, it runs when on. If I shut off, it will stay on. So I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need it. I'm going to take the 12 volt, plug it in. You got the lights, and it's going to run the same. Now I got an extension over here for a battery. I am going to hook up to, you got it, towards my solar panel and the battery extended over here. So I got my solar panel charging the unit, running it, but it's going to run dry if I keep it on full all the time. So I want an extended battery. This is an extension to the batteries in here. So I have to make up ends here to here. And that's where this kit down here, you make those ends up. Since I already made my ends outside, and this is where I want to keep my battery outdoors. So I got my cables plugged in. I'm going to put this in a styrofoam case to protect it and insulate it from foul weather and so forth. Life with bore batteries, they can be tilted any way possible. This is 12 amp hours, so I got a lot of run time off of this battery, all hooked up. Out of the way and to the side. From another company, I have the same thing. Well, I could come over here and I could touch the leads and have the power. I don't need to show that. We all know that the battery is there. So all I need to do is I'm going to shut my fan off and I'm going to match red for red, black for black. Plugged in. I am charging. I'm charging the other battery, all on solar panel. So now I can sit here, turn my fan on to the speed I want, and run this all day, all night. At the lowest speed possible, I can get 30 hours off the 10,000 milliamp battery. Now, since I got two batteries hooked up, I could get 5 to 7 full days of running. So now the fan can stay on at a nice speed, cool off during the summer days, 24/7. 5 days of no sun, it'll run. So now I got plenty of power, all on solar power. Time to go hook it up. It is that simple to make a setup like so, with a 12-volt panel up on the roof, run down, and you're talking about 35 feet of cable, 20 feet of cable, and it will work just fine. You see the light that's on right now? This light right here is all hooked up to a solar panel, running additional extended batteries to make it run a lot longer. A lot of products made today only use 50% of the capacity of the batteries. So when you're doubling, quadrupling the capacity, you're going to get a lot longer runtime on your product. So I hope you enjoyed this modification to a 12-volt fan that you can option for 12 volts or do whatever your heart desires. This is a brushless fan. It's nice and quiet running. Enjoy your 12-volt solar project. If this is a modification that you would like to do, I'll put down in the descriptions. I'll do my best to give you the parts and details what you need to make your solar project. Have a great day. I'm Fish. Oh, before I get going, over there, that is a battery inside. Up there is a 12-volt panel. And over here, a year later, a fan that is running all day long, all night long, that only died once with the extended battery because 7+ days of no sun. Enjoy your solar project.